What's poppin', everybody? This is Ray Rawlins from the Ray Rawlins Network, where we talk cartoons and we practically do it daily. I'm joined by Alex Payne as we continue the 31 days of Halloween cartoons marathon. Today, we're torturing ourselves some more with the. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about the Treehouse of Horror, the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode. I
What's
can't
the
remember.
difference?
I think it's episode 12 from season 13, episode 1. See, the numbers and shit screw me up. So, before we get into it, as always, we need to give y'all an episode breakdown. Now, this has 3 mini stories. We said it 90 million times already throughout the month, but why the fuck not? We'll say it another. And 3 more times because we got a couple more of those reviews to do.
Yeah.
The first story deals with the Simpson family. I guess they're at like a carnival or whatnot. But basically, they run into a fortune teller. Homer ends up destroying her office by accident, I guess you could say, and she ends up cursing him. And the whole goal of this episode is them catching a leprechaun to break the fortune teller's curse. Second episode has to deal with them getting a robotic house made. I guess you want to call it that. Basically, it does all the chores for him and whatnot. You know, everybody would love it, but it falls in love with Marge and wants to kill Homer to be with her. That's the premise of that episode. And the third portion of the episode is basically the story of Harry Potter, where all the kids are wizards and they basically got to defeat Mr. Burns, who's trying to capture Lisa. So that's pretty much it for the episode breakdown. Alex Payne, what are your first impressions?
Mr. Burns wants some of that little coochie. That's
Well,
why he was capturing Lisa.
No. I'm not even going to set Mr. Burns up like that. He just wants her powers. That's it. He just wants her powers.
It's the powers of pussy, man. But anyway. What was my first impression? My first impression was, I don't know if it was just like, I don't know what it was, but the episodes, more specifically the first 2, felt kind of long. After the second one was over, I was
Yeah, right.
that there was gonna be a third one. I was like, oh wait, there's
I would
another
say,
one. I forgot.
did it feel long?
Like
Did it feel long in a good way or a bad way?
Not in a bad way, because it wasn't like, oh my god, it's finally over. It was just like, why does this feel like this extra episode is making it run over?
Right. And maybe they were a little bit longer than what they usually are, but I honestly liked the first 2 episodes. I thought they were pretty decent. The Wizard
No, I'm
one
not saying
wasn't
they were
bad
bad.
either.
I'm just saying.
No, I know you're
I'm
not saying that. I'm just saying, just trying to give it a little bit more justice. Like, it was longer, it felt, but it was good. At least to me, it was decent. It wasn't terrible. Like, we've seen some horrible episodes in the Treehouse of Horror reviews we're doing. I mean, some straight up ass juice. But this, I think, is pretty decent. I cannot lie. So, what are some of your favorite moments, if you have any, from these episodes? I keep saying favorite moments. I don't mean favorite moments, but like moments that stuck out to you, funny moments or whatever.
Standout moments. Yeah. Fuck. I did have one. That ending for the last one was kind of weird when the snake guy was.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. Friggin' Marge's beard was kind of interesting.
My lord. Oof. She was more than a bearded lady at the end, man. She was covered in that blue hair, yo. Straight up covered in that blue hair.
Which is funny, because for some reason I thought that was a wig. Because I feel like I vaguely remember an episode revealing that her hair was a wig or something.
There is, and I can't say for sure, but I really do think she does wear a wig. I know there's an episode where her hair was falling out, and she had to hire Mary Poppins as a maid. But I don't know. I really do want to say, yeah, she does wear a wig. So I'm not too sure about that. I will say one of my standout moments. I got to get used to not saying that, but one of my standout moments is when Homer strangles Bart and his neck just freaking stretches.
Just gives up on life.
My lord! It reminded me of a Mortal Kombat fatality one. from an older game. And I tell you one thing, when they finally got the leprechaun, man, that thing was so bogus. It was flying all over the place like a little fly. And then Bart basically died at the table, started coming and jumping on his face and shit, just started dancing. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Bogus shit is hell. How you gonna do that to my little homie Bart like that, man?
And then the
Another
friggin'
moment.
leprechaun and the gypsy woman just start juicing randomly all the time.
Oh man, listen, that's gonna be some good love. You can't. That's on God. Listen, every man would love to have a woman like that. Just straight up, give me the coochie. Okay, just be so willing and accepting. Like when they get married, as soon as they get married, they kiss and whatnot, and then they start getting it on, and like you said, start grinding in the wedding area.
They just
Can't blame them though.
juicing in the doy.
Straight juicing. I want to say the second episode though, man, having a robot as a maid for your house. Funny thing is that will probably be reality in like 100 years, probably even less than that, honestly. But man, everybody would love that. Catch is that thing's trying to sleep with your wife and it's gonna kill the husband, which is Homer. I gotta say, good premise. I honestly like it. I'm sure it's parroting something. I'm not too sure what though.
No, it's
But
definitely. I think it's parodying how. No, I don't know that episode. I don't even know what show or a movie. I'm pretty sure it's a movie. That is. I just know the reference. Like I know the look, how the friggin' it even has the same look. So I know that's what it's referencing, but I don't know that's from.
right. And the third episode, the wizard shit, I
Hmm.
felt was kind of lame. I didn't like it.
I think
Um,
I really want to say that one seems super short. So maybe that's why the other one seemed long because they shortened this one.
no, yeah, that's what I was saying a little bit earlier. Um, I never read Harry Potter when I was a kid, man.
Harry
My brother
Potter.
loved
That
it.
sounds like something a certain person we know used.
Oh Lord. Let's get into final reviews though. Let's get into final reviews. What do you think about this episode?
I thought it was pretty decent. Wasn't nothing over the top, but it was decent. It was decent. I definitely enjoyed it more than most of them. So, um, I think because I didn't say yet, I really want to say the middle one was my favorite one.
Ooh,
So,
I
um,
don't know. I really want to say I agree with you. It's between that or the first one, obviously.
no, I don't think it's a competition. I think the middle one is easily my favorite. I wouldn't say best. It's my favorite out of the
Hmm.
three. So yeah, I'm gonna say the middle one was my favorite. Then I give the episode overall. I'll give it a 7.
Okay, okay. This episode was my favorite when I was a kid. I have a DVD. I used to collect Man the Simpsons. I got like 13, the first 13 seasons of it. I got a couple movies of them, like the Treehouse of Horror, and I got the actual Simpsons movie. I gotta say though, this was on the disc. I used to always watch it around Halloween time. This was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Um, the Leprechaun episode was my favorite when I was little, but I really want to agree with you and say the house one was my favorite. Like I could see that one being like, um, I consider that to be Halloweeny in a sense. It's not. I wouldn't say Halloweeny. It's kind
No,
of.
I don't see that as Halloweeny at all. None of these were Halloweeny, and I feel like that seems to be a running.
I say the gypsy one was. I say the gypsy one was,
I
if
wouldn't really
anything.
say that either, because the curse was too comedic to be Halloweeny. Like bear,
Yeah.
the woman got hairy. Like that's not scary. Now if her, eyes were popping out, she had Gary eyes, then I guess that could be debatable. But she
Meow.
just got
Shout out to
hairy, and
SpongeBob, my spongy homie.
she just got hairy, and friggin'
And we ain't talking about a pussy, although I'm sure that's
well,
hair.
she
I wonder if
probably
her pussy hair is blue. I really do
probably
wonder if her pussy hair. I
maybe.
I really want to see. I want to look up some like Rule 34 shit of Marge Simpson. I want to see that shit, man. Marge Simpson with blue pussy.
Well, blue
Hell no.
pussy is something different, but
Well, yeah, but you know what I meant.
yeah. So
Um,
that but what I'm saying is though that seems to be a running theme with these stories that a lot of them, at least the ones I've seen, the ratio to actual Halloween stories and stories that aren't Halloween at all. Like I would say that's like from what I've seen, there was like what 70% stories that aren't even actually
Right,
Halloweenish or horror, and then
right,
30% that are.
right. Yeah, I agree. But you know what? They still have like a whole scary, chilling plot to them, though. Some of them do, like those first two, I guess. But let me get on with my review. I think, like I said, the episodes
The
are
second
all
one was
right.
a sci-fi one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Um, all the episodes were pretty decent. Like I said, the wizard one was a little bit lame, but the stories were structured well, had a beginnings, middles, endings, didn't feel too short. Um, the wizard one was a bit too short, had a weird ass ending. His shin got taken out at the end. That's how the Mr. Burns collapsed and shit. It was like, all right, screw it. The first two are good, so I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. So you said you give it a 7.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, all right, all right. The last two I think are going to be pretty interesting. The last one we're going to do for sure is going to be interesting. 10 Simpsons, 10 Courage, that's a plan, and 10 random or 11 random episodes. We
Mm-hmm.
might squeeze another Courage in there, so who knows? But
Yeah,
we'll
we
see.
probably
We'll
already
see.
decided that. Yeah.
But this is the Ray Rawlins Network, where we talk cartoons and we damn near do it daily. This is our review of The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, episode 12, season 13, episode 1. My name is Ray Rawlins. He is Alex Payne, and we will see ya when we see ya. Peace.